We're excited in the first instance that the courts, which is the third leg in the tripod of democracy, has closed the back door to Osadebe Avenue. I had asserted in several interviews before now that there wasn't going to be any backdoor to Osadebe Avenue. Anybody who aspires to public office, Lord Denham said, must pay the price. And part of the price that you must pay is that you must vigorously campaign to the Edo people as to why you want to preside over their common patrimony or the redistribution of human and material resources. The governor of Edo State is not a stroll in the park. You are the governor of a subnational, and by extension, you are a president in your own right. Nobody is going to have that on a platter of gold. You have to go to the mills. You have to go to the nooks and crannies of Edo State, which our candidate, has been doing. All right, and we're excited that the court has affirmed him that he is the candidate, to beat. So anybody who wants to go to Osadebe through the back door, she must understand that he must pass through the PDP, he must pass through Asue Ighodalo, he must pass through the incumbent governor who has done excellently well, for Edo State, who has moved us from, a seeming pariah state to a state of enviable status. So, for the avoidance of doubt, Dr. Asue Ighodalo is firmly on the ballot. We are not moved by the shenanigan of the opposition. I'm sure that in their camp now, they must be worried. They're quiet, all right, and expectedly so. Funnily is that one of them, the embattled deputy governor, had actually scheduled a Thanksgiving for tomorrow, ostensibly thinking that the judgment was going to favor them. But you see, the fingers of God are fingers of justice. They seem to grind slowly, but they grind surely. In fact, the Holy Book said, I will overturn and overturn until the power gets to who has the capacity to so handle it and wield it in the best interest of the people. And so the PDP, is excited. The APC should go and brace up. They should develop their manifesto. They should document it and spread it for everybody to see, so that the people can have something, to choose for. Not the lies that they had been, peddling. They have come to their terminus aqua as far as lies, are concerned. If they have to do anything now, is that they must teach their candidate how to express, himself creditably well. I was at a function today as we were celebrating the Edo at 33, and it was an education function. And I saw children, 16 years old, 15 years old, from public school, articulating what they wanted to do in another 30 years. So if 16-year-old, 15-year-old children can articulate their views, and then at 53, 54, you can't still articulate your view coherently, I dare say that Edo State has advanced beyond that kind of pedestrian thinking and pedestrian talk. We are the heartbeat of the nation, and one of the things that we have known for is not just education, it's quality education. In the whole of the South, I can boastfully tell you that Edo State has got the highest domestication of higher institutions as far as Edo State is, as far as the South is concerned. We have our most universities, we have more. So that's what we are known for. So we can't have a mediocre, lackluster, pidgin English speaking governor in a state that requires the best. So with this judgment, five of them, with all of them set aside, all of them in favor of the candidate, of our party and in favor of our party. Indeed, we are on the mark for a quarter mile, and by the 21st of September, Edo people will speak loudly, and they will speak by voting the People's Democratic Party. And it's very sterling, intelligent, ebullient candidate, Dr. Asue Ighodalo, and his versatile cosmopolitan deputy, Osarodion Ogie. Surprisingly, we have the former chairman of the All Progressives Congress who moved into the party, who moved into PDP with the governor, who we thought was the governor's friend. But like the Bible says, those who have eaten with me are the ones who have, picked up their heels against me, and that is Anselm Ojezwa. All right, we have the former or the embattled, deputy governor, and then we have the and also embattled. Incidentally, they are all, embattled. The embattled vice chairman, national South chairman of the party, Chief Dan Orbih, who is doing the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob. But it does not matter. What matters is that when the grace of God is upon you, there are 5 cases. And as a pastor, I can tell you that 5 is number for grace. That will tell you that the grace of God is upon, Dr. Asue Ighodalo. And since they have been, the court has cleared, the case, the road for us to contest in this election. We are the people that should be. I can only advise, Chief Dan Orbih, who leads the pack, who is cohabiting, because it is in this, country we see somebody at that level who identifies with a political party, but is working at cross purposes with the political party. I can only advise them to go and prepare for the elections. The PDP is here to retain and to sustain, because we can't, go back to the heydays of Comrade Adams Oshomole, where Fela described as the days of sorrow, tears, and blood. We can't go back to them. We have come to stay with the government of decency as espoused by Governor Obasanjo's People's Democratic Party, and we cannot just, for any reason, attempt to reenact the hardship that is currently that everybody is experiencing by the mismanagement, the keeping of statism that Tinubu has put us. It can't happen in Edo State. We have a brilliant governor, and PDP is going to succeed, PDP, because birds of identical plumage congregate within the same atmospheric environment. A brilliant man can only take over from a brilliant man. So to Governor Obasanjo, a brilliant man can only be succeeded and sustained by Dr. Asue Ighodalo, the deep collect, to the deep. You can't imagine the de-escalation of, even thinking about it at all. It's PDP all the way. And for those who are on the other side, who are hobnobbing, because if you hobnob with dogs that has ticks, you will have ticks. We can only ask them to come back home. PDP is one family. All right, let's struggle within, the fold, instead of moving out of the fold to pull down, your own house. It's not just immoral, it is unreasonable to so do.